everybody. Welcome to another Ride Along with Goggles. And boy, we got something different today. This is a free mod that was just put out by Bormann's Performance. And it's I guess it's a work in progress, but it's also free, so who's complaining? And it's a GMC tilt cab. I believe it's a 1970. And yeah, it's kind of cool. I got the... I just kind of put a quickie Supertest skin together for it to put behind or in front of the old Harven tanker. And this is a skin that's up on Steam, but I've made this one paintable, and the one on Steam has got a default orange for Supertest. So I thought I'd have another go at it and make it, see if I can come up with a good orange, and we'll see how this looks during the day. It's metallic. So that skin on the tanker specifically is not up on Steam, but if I like it, I'll put it up. We'll see how it looks in daylight. Sometimes it could be a little faded looking. It's not quite the Supertest orange, of course, but might be kind of fun having it paintable. But we got a real distraction going on here in the background. What is going on over there? We got I guess there's another trailer hanging on the back of that thing. It looks like a Rocky Mountain double in some distress. And it was doing that when I came in, and I thought, oh, well, I'll grab the job and that'll go away. But nope, still happening. So anyway, where we are is Prairie Sand and Gravel, ATS Expansion site here in Havre, Montana. And we are going to Hell Creek Heavy Haul in Jordan. So that's kind of a cool trip. ATS Expansion double ender. Going through some kind of countryside you'd expect to be driving through with an old rig like this. Got some nice old countryside here. So awesome. Let's do it. Now on the truck, it comes with Dayton wheels, but I've got the wheels from the BPM modding Kenworth Needlenose 521 on it because they're just so nice. You could use the Trilex wheels if you wanted from Steam, or all kinds of different ways you could go. Let's we'll back up out of here. Let's see if we got four ways here. Oh yeah. Watch out for this guy with his, got his single axle going there. So I put a Cummins 444 in it. It came with four engines, all the same ISX 15, I believe it was, which is way too new for the truck. So got the old 444, and now what I'm gonna have to do, say, geez, that mirror really jumps in your face when you turn your head there. They're nice and big, but if I turn too far, maybe, you know what I should do? Hold on a sec. Let's try moving the seat back. Maybe I'll change that. I didn't do any adjustments of anything. Does the steering wheel move? No, not yet. Might down the road, we'll see. Like I say, it's free. Well, that's a little better. At least I can look out of there without getting the mirror. Uh-oh. There I am again with the mirror. If I could just stop there, it doesn't smack me in the schnoz. So highly unlikely this engine would have come with the truck. I have to find an older one. And I have a Detroit diesel would have been good. Geez, what was I thinking? Oh man, I could have put a old Gotta be an 8V71 somewhere, mod. Darn, why didn't I think of that? And I put a 13 speed in it, which is probably fairly unlikely too. But I mean, it's kind of cool. I like it. That temperature gauge looks like one, and the battery rate out of a mid-60s Impala. So as I was going to say back there, I need to make some less powerful versions of this engine for trucks like this. Forgot to put the GPS mod in it. It has one. Pretty sure we got a hang left here, but man, maybe I should have a look. Don't even know how to do that. I never use the map in when I'm driving. Let's have a look. Yeah, we hang a left. Where do we go right? Oh, you know, we should have looked for it. Should look for a service icon. Could have went and put a Detroit in it and... Oh, reset. There's a service right there. But we'll pull in there. We'll try to see if we got a Detroit for it, and we'll put a GPS in it. Oh boy, that took a long time to do that Supertest script because it looks kind of funky, but that's the way it is. And I had to do it from scratch because there was just nothing out there that I could sort of, well, it's its own font, right? So you couldn't take any that was out there and blow it up because it looked terrible. And we got, like I say, too much power. 444 horsepower, which would have been insane in this truck back in the day. It's funny, I look at this cab and you look at the Ford equivalent from the day, and they look so similar from a distance. The Chevy's got, or the GM has that sharp crease across the front, but the windows on both have the little drop down like the new Kenworths have right there. And I got a ton of time, not necessarily miles, but time in an 850 F850 Ford from working on a grain farm when I was a youngster. It was, you know, hauling wheat and oats and barley from the combines to either the elevator, like up ahead here, or to the farm silo, which was, you know, those bin silos with the auger. But boy, did a lot of trips. And oh, we gotta turn right here somewhere. Better look and see where that is. Next right. I don't know if it's this one or not. Might have been the next one, but oh, it's this one. Right up here on the left somewhere. There we go. But yeah, a lot of trips. 500 bushel box on that 850, and it was a single screw, like with a tag axle. Oh my God, 429, 5 and 2. That was something else. It's a real job getting it off the fields. 8V92s. Oh, I don't think there's going to be, you know, what do we have that's less powerful? 8V92, 430 horsepower. Kind of be appropriate. You can see these things having a Detroit in them, being a GM. And back in that era, they were real proud of their engines. But we'll put that, the smallest one we find, 430. It's only 1,100 foot-pounds of torque. And that's kind of fitting because, I mean, those things didn't have a lot of torque. So that's cool. We'll do that. But it's a 92, which is a much newer engine, of course. So bear in mind, I understand that. Oops, I wanted interior. We'll just put the little cell phone guy here. Keep us from getting lost. Let's see what this is like. See if you got enough torque to get going. Yeah. No, it's way to the main drag. This is the main drag. Oh no, it's right there. Okay. Yeah, we'll be a little busier on the stick here with this. This is a little more appropriate engine. Now these engines are, oh jeez, from my this is that mod I put together, engine pack of a bunch of Slav Jerry mods. Oh, there we go. Yep, we're stalling it. Try low gear. Yeah, trying to get that that Ford F850 off the field was a job. Because you know, the tag axle is just a hindrance more than anything else, other than it's supporting all that weight. Because 500 bushels for that truck, that's a big box, and wheat is heavy. And what would happen is when you're getting off the field, like if you're driving from the combine, you could be driving on a piece of ground nobody's ever driven on, ever. And it's firm. But by the time you get closer and closer to the entrance or exit of the field, there's been a lot of traffic, including yours, on it. And the ground's pretty beat up. And these things, this one too, I imagine it would be just as bad. Get a little age on them. They got this big magic wand gear shift with the linkage that's convoluted and got a lot of little universal joints and things in it, and the stick has huge movement in it. In fact, that one I was driving, you couldn't put your fingers around the front of the shift knob when you're going into the gears that were up forward there, because you'd smack your knuckles into the dash. You had to just push with an open hand, and once it was there, it would come back a bit with all the play, but you had to hit the dash to get the thing to go. It was just crazy. If I was more mechanically inclined at the time, I probably would have attempted to fix it, but I was pretty young, so didn't really have the probably requisite skill set to do anything meaningful with it. This thing drives good. The orange looks pretty good in this light. Yeah, I was just thinking in my, about that F850, and I kind of grew up with a fair bit of sympathy for engines, in that I didn't like to abuse engines, other than, motorcycles. Motorcycles, I don't know, I'd get on those and I didn't mind wringing the heck out of them. But didn't like to run them too hard, and boy, that old 429, by the time and it's hot, it's summer or late summer, and I was in Manitoba, and it could be pretty hot, and you're not moving very fast hauling that off of the field, and so you're in fairly low gears and got the engine wound up, and the heat's baking through that doghouse, and that whole thing was hot as a firecracker, I'm sure. It all felt so wrong. That's where, a diesel like this, even one with limited torque like this one, would seem to make more sense than a gasoline engine. Hey, we got a roof cam? Nope. Yikes. We got a wheel cam. There we go, we got a wheel cam. So, I don't know if that paint around the fender is going to stay, as it's pretty hard to get that lined up, as you can see. It's a bit of a mess. I took a couple stabs at it. First attempt, it was not out far enough, and the second attempt, it's too much. Probably have to take quite a few swipes at it to get it. And then the same thing with the the white around that front, the top corners of the white are going onto the body paint. And I got to do something about that too. Probably got too tall a gear in it too. There's 1650 RPM, 1700. Still haven't hit 65 miles an hour. Yeah, 1700 RPM. And these things had rev to. Well, I don't know what an 8V92 red line is, to tell you the truth. There we go. We're over 65. Oh, we might have a nice backdrop for a photo here. Let's have a look. This would have been unthinkable back in the day. 70 miles an hour in this, or almost. It's really fast for one of these old ones. Cool though, like I say, price is right. It says in the mod, when you select on any of the options, there's nothing there really. There is no options. You get what you get. Had a good time to be out there. A couple things I've mentioned right off that I like about this is it's a good model. Like the chrome is good. Like the mirror, it's nice chrome. The gloss on the paint is really good. And the crispness of the body, it's got nice lines. Oh, we're turning left here. the exhaust pipes under the truck. It's got duals, but they're like gasoline-sized pipes. So the fact that it comes with a diesel doesn't look quite right with these pipes. Hey, I wonder if this is a Kiewit site here. Doesn't look like it. I almost got a trip to the Roundup Kiewit site, but it was just a little too far. I didn't want to take that long. Oh, look at this scenery here. You can see those exhaust pipes. Pretty small diameter. I don't know what those would be in real life. It's hard to imagine because we're so used to looking at 6 and 7 inch pipes in the game. They're probably like 2.5 or 2 3/4 inches, which is, you know, fair size for in car terms. But they just look so skinny. This job was urgent, so I think I want to check when the light is good. Maybe when we stop, we'll see. I wanted to see if it's got any animations like on the dash. Oh, that's got to be the light switch over there. I don't. Oh, yeah, the light switch is animated. Oh. Jeez. That's cool. Let's see if the key is too. So check the window crank a while ago. The window cranks are animated. Be good to see a tachometer in it. Ooh. Trailer's kind of floating there. Can't see the fifth wheel on the truck when you look back there. But it has good visibility out with the cab windows the way they are. If you are... when I was driving around a little bit, looking for jobs here and there in different cities, and when you pull up and you're not at a 90-degree angle, and you got to look, you know, back like that, you can see through that back side window at the oncoming traffic. Was pretty neat. I gotta find the appropriate engine for it. I imagine a 671 could put do have some 671 mods. Oh shoot, I just missed the turn. There it was right there. Well, we'll go up and do the do-si-do up here. Big Dry Creek. Flatbed Brothers. Flatbed Brothers skin would look good on this thing. Nice to see some kind of fenders on the back too, but I guess, you know, like I say, this is a free mod and it's a work in progress, so just so you know, because there's no tack there, we're shifting at 1700 RPM, which is low for a two-stroke Detroit. And once again, I don't know anything about 8V92s in terms of their proper operating range. That seems to be about where I drive them when I'm messing around with them in other trucks. It just sounds right, you know, because not being used to driving them very often. No real life experience with them other than riding in my brother's Transstar 2 with a 318. So that's like an 8V71, which would be really cool in here. Bailers on that. It's cool. You can look out the back or out those windows and see stuff. Kind of neat. Very handy. But this is a nice departure. You know, hopefully you guys don't find it too weird. But it's nice to get out and drive something a little different. Just gotta go right there. Oh, there's that 1,100 foot-pounds of torque doing its thing. Put her in low. Oh, even that's not enough. What? Are we uphill or what? Oh, the trailer's slightly uphill. I guess that's what's going on here. That sucks. That means we gotta give it a little throttle. No, that's not even working. It's not right to give it throttle and let out the clutch, but we're gonna have to try it. Oh boy. That's so wrong. We ran out of momentum. That's so funny. Figured we just coast on up there. I guess it's, you know, a couple things rolling against us there. Not as much weight as we're used to driving. Be really interesting to see how much this thing weighs. Or doesn't. I'll have to quick travel to a scale and find out. But there you have it. I'll put a link to the truck in the description, and Harven's tanker, of course, that's on Steam. I'll put a link to that. And I guess what I'll do, I'm gonna have to, I don't think I'll be able to keep that black around the truck cab, because that's just, it's because you're just putting it on from this angle, and to get it exactly right might be a bit of a dog and pony show. I could always try a little bit, see if it's going to be really crazy or not. And I think I have to do something with the white trim around the front end, but we'll try and get that up before the weekend. Oh, got the FLB day cab mod from Raphael Mogoyan, and gonna be using that real soon too. Maybe see that in Saturday morning's video. So really looking forward to seeing what he's got going on there with Harven's FLB. So we will check that out too. So looking forward to that. So more different kinds of trucks coming up in the future. So as always, guys, take care. We'll catch you on the next one, and bye for now.